Hi there, welcome to part one of a three-part series on everything you need to know about Salesforce. I'm Devon Hennig with SelectHub, and I'm here to give you a detailed tour and my honest, unbiased opinions about the granddaddy of CRMs, Salesforce, its platform, its pricing, its alternatives, and more. In this episode, we are cutting straight to the chase with our Salesforce review. I'm going to tell you what's great these days, what could be better, and our ultimate Salesforce score. Let's get into it. Salesforce needs no introduction, but I'll give it one anyway. Synonymous with CRM software to the point that its stock ticker symbol is CRM, Salesforce is the 800-pound gorilla in the customer relationship management space. Its software connects your teams with your partners, customers, and prospects through products like Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud, and more. They've also acquired additional tech over the years to round out their offering, including Tableau, Trailhead, and most recently, Slack. Using Salesforce, companies can do a jillion things. Track leads and deal stages, run campaigns, score and route leads, access customer data like contacts and communication history, create and track quotes and orders, forecast revenue, create workflows to automate processes, and connect to over 2,700 apps to make this CRM a single source of truth. For the sake of this Salesforce review, we'll focus on core CRM capabilities so we can compare apples to apples with other CRMs. We will not cover topics like Salesforce Ventures or much about its acquired brands like Tableau and Slack, as those deserve their own dedicated deep dives. So, who is Salesforce best suited for? Any industry, any size, every advantage. That's what Salesforce claims on its solutions page. The proof is in the pudding. They provide a directory packed with pages of case studies from recognizable logos in virtually every industry. Usually when a company says they're great for all industries, you can roll your eyes, but Salesforce has the receipts to back it up. So sure, Salesforce is popular, but the burning question remains, is it the right choice for you? Here are 6 scenarios in which Salesforce is best suited. Number 1, you've outgrown your previous CRM. Similar CRMs, home-baked solutions, and God forbid spreadsheets have a short half-life. Salesforce is good for orgs growing quickly. If you want something future-proof and to make sure you aren't switching again in a few years, you can't go wrong with Salesforce. Number 2, your leadership team already has Salesforce experience. Going with Salesforce is easier if your leadership team knows it like the back of their hand. Many senior managers, VPs, and others will even say they can't do their job effectively without it, as they're used to its reports and workflows to operate. It might even be difficult to recruit senior talent without Salesforce. Number 3, you need a single source of truth. Salesforce is a system of record that can integrate well with the rest of your tech stack. You can be sure that its App Exchange has everything you need to make Salesforce the center of your universe. Number 4, you have complex enterprise use cases. Salesforce isn't limited to enterprises, but it can certainly handle their use cases well. Order flows kicking off international procurement, automation of contract approvals and executive reports, the many-headed hydra of CPQ. If your organization requires, or may one day require, anything beyond simple CRM features, chances are you will need the robustness that Salesforce offers. Number 5, you can afford a proper implementation. Set aside the fact that the software itself is expensive. Are you also prepared to pay 5, 6, or 7 figures for an implementation partner? How about 6-figure salaries for the dedicated Salesforce admins, developers, and operations people you'll need to maintain and improve the platform? If you've got all that support, you're in good shape. Number 6, you are prepared to drink the Kool-Aid. To get the most out of Salesforce, you'd be wise to immerse yourself in everything Salesforce. From Trailblazer training to community participation to Dreamforce attendance and more. They provide a lot because there is a lot. If you're ready to drink the Kool-Aid, it can have a massive impact on how you run your business. Okay, who is Salesforce not suited for? Salesforce has been around long enough for most people to have formed strong opinions. Detractors will say it's expensive and difficult to use. However, these criticisms are often the results of bad implementations, not necessarily the technology. So we'll do our best to separate the two. Here are 6 scenarios where Salesforce may not be a perfect fit. Number 1, price sensitivity. The main complaint about Salesforce is that it's pricey. But let's break that down into when it becomes expensive and who that impacts most. First, annual payments are the norm. In most cases, Salesforce requires you to pay the annual cost of your plan up front. So if you can't afford it, that may be an issue. Second, everyone needs access. Considering pretty much everyone in your company needs to use the CRM, not just salespeople, the per user model adds up fast as your company scales. That's just the nature of the beast. Marketers need Salesforce for campaigns, customer support needs it for customer interactions, execs need it for reporting, and so on. Third, add-ons add up fast. Salesforce's rate card is like a fast food menu with a million options. If you need additional products like CPQ, Sales Dialer, Territory Planning, or more to get the most out of the software, your costs will grow quickly. Fourth, there's no free forever plan. Testing a tool and scaling up from its free plan can be helpful. However, Salesforce has no free plan. Its lowest price plan, Essentials, includes a 14-day free trial, while all other plans offer a 30-day trial. No free plan and limited trials will impact very small businesses and small businesses the most. Fifth, no free 24/7 support. Businesses with advanced customization needs or those that require specific knowledge around something like Apex coding will likely need dedicated Salesforce developers, which costs a pretty penny. And sixth, it takes a village to raise a Salesforce instance successfully. Not only do you have to think about the costs of Salesforce's software, you should also factor in the headcount you'll need to implement it properly. Not only will you likely need dedicated teams of Salesforce admins and operations folks, but you'll want to consider enablement teams and learning and development functions so there's proper ownership and guardrails in place that prevent it from falling apart. There you go, the main reason Salesforce gets pricey. Here are other scenarios where it might not be a perfect fit. Number 2, self-hosting. Businesses requiring self-hosted solutions should not opt for Salesforce as it doesn't provide on-premise options. It only has a cloud deployment model. Number 3, companies needing a lot of customer support. Salesforce has gotten a bad rap for its customer support over the years. But hey, maybe you won't need it so much if you've got in-house expertise and the right implementation partners. Number 4, companies with no dedicated enablement or ops teams. If you don't have good enablement, you may be in for a rough time. Given its complexity, Salesforce's UI is not intuitive on a good day, and items can move around every release, up to 3 times per year. There's a seemingly endless learning curve, and for companies with inexperienced sales teams, for example, an army of business development reps fresh out of college, you'll need to make sure there are people to train new hires, or you'll be dealing with garbage data before you know it. Number 5, companies with old school management mindsets. For Salesforce to be successful, it can't be optional. It needs to be a way of life. If you have old school sales managers who are used to building relationships and running deal cycles by gut rather than by data, or sellers with big egos who don't follow processes, you're in for a rough time. You need to be comfortable telling your team, if it's not in Salesforce, it didn't happen. And that might mean a serious culture change. Number 6, businesses needing something quick and dirty. If you're in scrappy startup mode and you're trying to survive and land your first customers, you do not need Salesforce. You need product market fit. You need your first dollars. It's easy to get ahead of yourself, but a good way to burn time and money is by implementing a complex CRM too soon. Of course, you also don't want to wait too long, so as soon as you've got product market fit and your first few sellers, then you can dive in. All right, moving along to our official Salesforce review. Here's the deal. Salesforce is the New York Yankees of CRMs. It has the most fans and the most haters. It's among the most expensive too, with the greatest market share and best brand recognition. Salesforce's main pros, its top 7 standout capabilities, include the following. Number 1, customization. Salesforce provides one of the most configurable platforms out there. In addition to being able to customize its standard programs, organizations can develop, run, and optimize their own apps. Salesforce App Cloud exists as a single ecosystem and is used for creating and running all the personalized applications an organization needs. Number 2, cloud-based access. Salesforce provides entirely cloud-based access, meaning no hardware purchases, no software installation, no locally stored files, and accessibility from any device. Number 3, Salesforce App Exchange. App Exchange is the largest app marketplace in the cloud-based business software industry, providing 2,700 plus pre-built apps that can handle pretty much any use case you have in mind. Number 4, artificial intelligence. Salesforce's AI is actually intelligent. It helps predict how customer purchase behavior might shift over time, opportunities that are most likely to lead to a purchase, customer churn identifiers, and more. Number 5, reporting and analytics. Salesforce's reports, self-serve dashboards, and advanced BI tools can provide all roles with access to real-time data. It is possible to set up customized dashboards for every individual. Many managers and executives who use Salesforce find it hard to switch away, as they depend on its reporting to operate. Number 6, mobile capabilities. Salesforce offers a mobile app for Android and iOS devices that allows users to work offline even if there's no connectivity. And number 7, Salesforce is much more than a sales tool. From marketing and commerce to analytics, integrations, and more, there is a Salesforce product that meets any use case in virtually any industry. So, what does it all boil down to? Well, if a friend asked me, "Hey Devon, I'm thinking about using Salesforce for my CRM," here's what I'd say. Just like the old saying that nobody ever got fired for buying IBM, you could probably argue the same thing about Salesforce today. That said, I assume lots of people have been fired over bad Salesforce implementations. So even though it's the most well-known CRM, make sure you're ready to take on the commitment and implement it properly. Here's the bottom line. SelectHub's overall analyst score for Salesforce is 90%. Salesforce is a market leader in the CRM category. It's a way of life, a worldview, a borderline religion. You don't dip your toes or dabble lightly. You adopt it and raise it like a child. It's part of your DNA. You won't change CRMs often, nor do you want to, and they know it. Once they have your customer data, changing will be painful, financially, technically, and operationally. You won't go wrong choosing Salesforce, but you can go wrong implementing it, so tread carefully. There you go, our Salesforce review. For the rest of this series, including a teardown of Salesforce's pricing and their alternatives, check out the links in the description. If you're at the point you just want to talk to someone or see Salesforce in action, get a demo in the description or download our CRM guide. It's a great resource if you're still in the research phase of your buying journey. All right, folks, that's it. That's all. Have a good one. Cheers.